Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for a new Wi-Fi battle, and this time it's gonna be a derpy Wi-Fi battle because we're going against Death, aka Dustin. I will leave his Twitter link in the description below. He doesn't have a channel, but he is an awesome person. He's my bro, and you've definitely gotta check him out if you want to battle him. He probably will battle you, but today we're battling with the derpiest Pokemon around. We just have a derp battle. As you guys can see, both of our teams have Pokemon that do not really work well in any kind of tier. My opponent brings Bibarel, Nuzleaf, Spinda, Wigglytuff, that's Carping, no, the derpy thing, Sudowoodo, and I bring a lot of derpy Pokemon as well. And well, it is an amazing battle, as you guys can probably see from this video thing. It's really fun with the derp team. So I lead off with my Luminion, as he leads off with his Sudowoodo, and I knew Sudowoodo carries Sturdy with weakness policy, but I just had to go for the serve right here because I wanted to. And my opponent surprises me with a, well, with the weakness policy, but with the Wood Hammer as well. So that means he's down, I down as well. So that means it's 5 for 5 right now. Not too bad, but I would have loved to not kill my Lumineon that early on because it's my Scarfer. But it's not too bad after all because he didn't get up his rocks. So that's great. So now I go to my Carnivine. This is a max health, max special defense actually. So that's why he didn't take this Retaliate as well. But this is a Scar Spinda actually. And it is a really beast in this battle. I really had to watch out for it. Contrary, Spinda has nothing to laugh at when you're using this kind of Pokemon. So the lead sheet does regain me a lot of health because I'm actually running Big Root on this, which means you get a lot of extra health back with sapping moves like Leech Seed and Giga Drain, which I both run. So now I go for the knockoff, knowing that he would switch out. If he didn't, I still get a chance to knock off its item. And he switches into Wormadam. That's what it is. I didn't really know the name quite yet, but it's Wormadam. So I go into my Lairon, knowing that if he would go for the Toxic, I would resist it because I'm Steel. Well, I would be immune actually. So I set up my rocks because it's pretty important. The switches are punished right now. And he goes for the Substitute, so he has the Infestation and Substitute, which is this is a devil set. It's so evil. Look at it. It's Toxic, Infestation, Protect. If Wormadam would have got Leech Seed, it would have been the worst set ever. But Taunt absolutely ruffle stomps on it. But unfortunately, my Lairon doesn't have Taunt. I don't even think Lairon learns Taunt, but the Rock Tomb doesn't actually kill the sub as well, which is a problem. And I can't switch out. So Lairon didn't really like this matchup too much, to be honest. But I'm really glad I knocked off the leftovers, because that means that he doesn't regain health at least. So now I roar because I should have roared way earlier, but I didn't know. Well, I didn't realize I had roar. Well, I know I have it, but at the time I didn't realize it for some reason. But he switches into the Spinda, and I was looking for a superpower, but he doesn't have it because you can't have it anymore, which is kind of weird. But now I go for the Rock Tomb, which is absolutely a stupid play because Spinda has the contrary, as you guys can see, so that boosts its speed instead of lowering it. I should have just gone for the Iron Head, get some extra damage off, but now I go into my Felis, knowing that I can take it because I'm part Psychic as well. I'm Rock Psychic, so I know he's locked in as well. So right here, what do? I think I just go for the Earth Power right here, just to get some extra damage off. And he switches into his Pinkie Pie. Yes, I go for the Earth Power. And well, Pinkie Pie really likes this one, in all honesty. It eats it up. I think this might be specially defensive. I run physically defensive, but especially defensive works as well. But this is not a defensive Lunatone as well. It's both defensive sides. It's a pretty weird one. So now I switch into this guy, my Toxic. no, not my toxic, what am I talking about? My Pharaoh to take the toxic actually, and I just go for the return right here, don't I? Or do I go for the drill pack? Oh, this is the Jigglypuff, yeah. He switches into the Jigglypuff, which takes the move really nicely. I go for the drill pack. It doesn't do that much, but it does enough for me to go for the return next turn to see if I can two-shot it at this range. So now I go for the return, hoping actually to get a crit because I'm scope lens with the sniper ability, and he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, luckily enough. So that means I can kill it next turn with the return. But my opponent surprised me once again with another protect, so that means that my Pharaoh can't live any longer. It can live 2 turns, which it's going to do, and it's going to die after that. So right now I go for a last return because I don't want this thing to set up wishes and be back at full health, because I don't like dealing with pokes like that. So that means quick scope is down. It is unfortunate, but it did its job. So now my opponent switches back into the wasted, I think, and I go into my thug, because this is the real fuck, guys. Oh yeah. And retaliate, I think retaliate works like that, kind of ish. So now my opponent switches out because he knows the retaliate won't do enough. So, and I go for the close combat, or do I go for the facade? I think I go for the facade, predicting him to switch out. But he switches to the Pinkie Pie, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't take it either way. So Thark is the real beast in this battle. You guys can probably see that, because it is a real Thark. You guys know what's the deal with this poke. So now my opponent goes back into this thing, and looking at him switching in and out, it kind of tells me that he is choice scarfed. So I know I can't really take this hit, so I go into my comfort. The Drain Punch will take me out from this range, I believe. Yep, it does. So that's another kill for Spinda. I think it's the first kill for Spinda actually, but it is threatening my team a lot, which is really cool because Spinda is such an amazing design. Look at it, it's wasted, it's so cool. So this is my only Pokemon from this range who can actually take hits from this guy. So I have to watch out. I go for the Giga Drain knowing that I can get a lot of health back and knowing that I can deal a lot of damage, because Carnivine has a good special attack stat of 90 base. So with the big root I can get a lot of health back with Giga Drains, which I'm doing right now. So he gets some health back from me and I get some health back from him. We're just sharing health at this point. And I killed the wasted from that point, which is great. So now my opponent switches into the best Pokemon on my opponent's side of the field, which is Biko, which is actually named after me. So if you guys were wondering what my real life name was, you can see it right there, it's Biko. And he surprises me with a sunny day, so that means it's a Sun Sweeper. I go for the Giga Drain knowing that knockoff doesn't really help because it probably carries the sash and it is already broken. And the Giga Drain lets me regain a bit of my health. So at this point I was kind of scared, but it surprised me once again, and it is a special Nuzleaf, which is so great. I did a moveset video of Nuzleaf, which is only physical actually. So now I'm at the point where I'm thinking I can take a Dark Pulse from this range. I'm specially defensive. So look at this. I take it, but I get the flinch, which is unfortunate. So now I was pooping my pants because it is in the sun and it has a +2 special attack. I did not have anything to switch in, so I went into my Thug, go for the Protect right here, just to get rid of the sun. And I had a backup plan to sack off my Lunatone, but luckily enough the sun fades away this turn, so that means my Thug can sweep through the rest of Dustin's team, which is amazing. I love this poke so much, it's so great. So now I go for the Facade, really badass. And the last Pokemon of my opponent was and is the Bibarel, but that can't take me out. Well, it can take me out, but I'm faster because of Toxic Boost and I can kill it off with a close combat. So that was an amazing game against Dustin. Definitely check him out. I will leave his stream link in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, leave a like, because it is so cool to see these pokes actually do something. And well, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. I said it twice right now, but I see you guys in my next video.